What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are literally watching a moment unfold in real time, and listening to this, it feels historic. For the first time on the internet, it looks like 50 Cent is the one getting pressed. Hold up, because 50 has officially met someone who might be even sharper than him when it comes to online trolling. We're now on day 4, and T.I.'s son King has been running drills out here. The young man is studying the playbook. He's resurfacing old headlines about 50 Cent, and now he's clearly aiming for the jugular, his business money. After dropping that diss track aimed at 50 yesterday, King decided to dig up a decade-old article. That piece focused on 50 Cent issuing an apology for mocking a teenager with autism. And yes, this was the exact apology 50 released. He said, "While the incident at the airport resulted from an unfortunate misunderstanding, I am truly sorry for offending the young man." Now here's where it gets interesting. King responded, "This isn't funny. You don't joke about people with autism or any disability." Then he turned up the pressure. He started questioning 50's business partners, basically asking if they co-signed that kind of behavior. After that, he tagged 50 Cent directly along with his liquor brand. Now, I'll give King this. It's a strategic move to try and hit 50 in the wallet, but here's the twist. Unfortunately for him, 50 Cent actually owns the parent company that distributes Branson. And let's be real, if companies are doing business with 50, they probably already know exactly who he is and what his history looks like. So personally, I'm not expecting this to shake much. Now, remember a few days ago when T.I. told 50, "You can't call me a rat when I literally have your paperwork"? Well, girl, it looks like that paperwork ended up in King's hands, because just hours ago, he posted it online. According to the documents floating around, they claim 50 Cent went to law enforcement about Jimmy Henchman. The paperwork says 50 first made an anonymous call suggesting police investigate Jimmy in connection with Lodi. It then alleges that 50 later told authorities he feared for his safety after everything that happened. And if that wasn't enough, the same alleged paperwork claims 50 said he would fully cooperate with investigators. Ja Rule was actually the first person to circulate those documents. However, TMZ stepped in and reported that the paperwork is completely fabricated. TMZ contacted law enforcement sources who have direct knowledge of the case. Those sources stated that no such report was ever filed and that 50 was never documented speaking to investigators on that matter. King added in his caption, "I have 21 questions, but answer this one." Then he asked, "Who was Lottie Mac?" Y'all already know the narrative he was pushing. He implied that after Lottie passed, that's when 50 supposedly started moving differently out of fear, and now it's on. Is this the same man who called my dad a rat without paperwork? Well, here's yours. So whether King believes those documents are real or fake honestly doesn't even matter at this point. Right now, he's in full attack mode against 50, and with 50 Cent appearing to step back from the T.I. situation, let's be honest, the optics aren't great. 50 is getting cooked by the King. Now, don't get it confused. Diddy is absolutely in this too. On top of the diss tracks he already released, T.I. even reshared a comment aimed at tearing down 50's legacy. Dr. Watkins wrote, 50 Cent was never really a rapper. He was a guy who survived 9 shots and turned that attempted hit into a marketing strategy. That sounds more like a gimmick than greatness. So from the jump, they're attacking 50's credibility and persona. Everybody in the culture knows 50 as the intimidating bully, the dude people hesitate to challenge. But right now, it looks like King and T.I. are strategically peeling back that image layer by layer. And it's crazy to think that after all the smoke 50 has had with comedians, rappers, street figures, and entire crews, the ones who may have cracked the arbor are T.I. and his son. And listen, T.I. wasn't finished. He just dropped a third diss track aimed directly at 50 Cent. Yes, you heard that right. The new record is reportedly titled What Bully, and it's basically T.I. clowning 50 for playing bully online but stepping back when someone pushes back. T.I. also doubled down on the narrative that 50 allegedly cooperated with authorities. In the caption, T.I. wrote, "Message to the dildo dealer. I don't make memes, I make music. I don't care what you delete. You keep posting, which equals problems. Hashtag what bully." So like I told y'all before, 50 wiped his page clean of the posts mocking Tiny. But hold up, the internet never forgets. The screenshots are already out there. And now, T.I. and King are pressing him non-stop, track after track, post after post, trying to bury him in this moment. The real question is whether this pressure is enough to pull 50 back into the booth. I'm not sure yet, but one thing is clear, T.I. and King are not letting up. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think about King posting that alleged paperwork on 50. And if you're rocking with the breakdowns, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
You know, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and this nigga talk back there, bro. This nigga, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue. Me and this nigga talk back there.
You talking about you and 50?
Yeah, man, we talk about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man, you know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about this? He was like, shit, you wanna do that shit? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool, so shit. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Wow. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck was going on. Then that's what it was about, you know what I'm saying? Now, they about, oh, you playing? Oh, okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about fuck all of it? Fuck all of it. I don't even want to, man. Cause now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get kick that kind of shit, then, you know, man. Nigga, just say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame ass shit, man, this shit goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying? You went out there.
Years ago. Years ago we spoke about it.
I think it'd be a great battle, though. I think.
Man, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. I don't want to stand on stage with him. I had no interest in standing on stage with that nigga. I don't respect him.